Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. We are looking at X Factor number 84, X-cutioner song part 2. Another sick Jae Lee art contribution to the X Factor legend. This is from like the Peter David, Larry Stroman reboot of X Factor. It's so good. Can't wait to show it to you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Let's get right into it. I love this version of X Factor. Larry Stroman and Peter David were killing it. This is kind of like, I forget, like the X-Men books all experienced a shakeup. X-Force. Obviously, this is a big X crossover. Covered by Stroman and Milgram, who were kind of the regular artists at the time. But Jae Lee, hot off Namor, was doing like, brought into the X office and doing like fill-in issues and stuff. And some really killer early Jae Lee art here. Love this corner box of Strong Guy. Stroman's art is so good. I love it. So anyway, but look at this. This Jae Lee art is so much fun. I love X-Force here. Warpath looks so cool. Boom Boom. Siren, Richter, Sunspot, Shatterstar, Cannonball. Loving like the Zipatone on here. The art is so much fun. I feel like it was definitely like a Bisley Sienkiewicz hybrid is pretty much how Jae Lee looked to me when he first came on the scene. Written by Peter David, penciled by Jae Lee, inked by L. Milgram, who was doing some really great inks on the series at this time. Colored by Brad Venkata, lettered by Richard Starkings, editor Kelly Corvies, group editor Bob Harris, and editor-in-chief Tom DeFalco. I love this splash page. And speaking of Bill Sienkiewicz, though, it immediately reminds me of that scene in New Mutants where Danny is being taken to the emergency room after being attacked by the demon bear. And looking at this long, wonky perspective, I'm going down and I'm like, is that Xavier's foot? I hope it's his foot. I really hope it's his foot. I see a lot of the Sienkiewicz in here. I think it's kind of bold to like ape Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't think many people could probably do it very well. I think that people think that they could do it easily enough, but there's a lot more going on than just like scratchiness and splotches and stuff. So there's a real core understanding of the fundamentals of art. Oh my gosh, could that not be the coolest? Is that Feral or Wolfsbane? Oh, it's got to be Wolfsbane. Yeah, I don't see white stripes. Isn't that sad that you can't tell the difference between Feral? That was so interesting. It's like, what were you thinking, Rob Liefeld? You have Feral, or you have Wolfsbane, so why put Feral on? I guess just to leave your stink on it or whatever. But this spatter here is so cool. I love that. This can be obtained by dipping a tooth. Of course, in Procreate now you don't need to have any artistic ability, but thank God for the convenience of computers. So you dip your toothbrush in like ink and then just flick it across the page and you can achieve this gorgeous effect right there. I guess it could be any brush, but a toothbrush will get the maximum density that you need. Come on. I mean, we're talking about the Bisley influence right here. This could easily be like a Lobo body with that big arm and everything. And Storm looks so cool there. I love that this is a crossover because we're getting like different characters from different X books. Quicksilver looks great. Polaris. Strong Guy, that's so cool. I'm sure this is like way off and wrong, like as far as anatomy, perspective. Jae Lee still figuring it out, I guess. Brett Blevins, 2-page spread here. The Road to Vengeance. I love when they were having like their 900 numbers and stuff. Archangel, one of the coolest. You know, often characters have been done with radical, not often, but sometimes they've been done with radical revisions, reboots, and reimaginations. And the Archangel that came out of, being one of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse or whatever the hell happened to him was like one of the best redesigns ever. And it almost pains me to say that because I love the original Angel so much. But that design is freaking cool. I believe that probably was Walt Simonson because you can see the Kirby influence, and that's definitely there in a lot of Simonson designs, I think. This is cool. There's Feral and Shatterstar. I love this panel. Like, I feel like there's not a ton to it, but it's so cool anyway. I love his use of silhouettes. Very, like, experimental, you know. I mean, a lot of it does look kind of like, I don't know, lazy, but just, I mean, you know, you're doing monthly books. It's like, not every box panel can be a Picasso. But there's so much fun, great art here. It's very dynamic and, you know, not a lot of backgrounds, so sometimes that gets dicey with the storytelling, but I think he's pulling it off. I think it looks great. That's a great shot of Quicksilver. I mean, I definitely love these early Jae Lee issues. It's fun to see how much his art evolved, and he just kept getting better and better. But, I mean, the excitement and the cool factor were just always there from the beginning with his art. Madrox, very cool. Love that. Lots of great silhouettes. Good use of negative space. That's a cool panel. Of course, we gotta have Feral and Wolfsbane going at it. A lot of Sienkiewicz happening here. Wouldn't you say? I wonder what L. Milgram thought about inking this. I would have had the time of my life. It looks so cool. That's pretty iconic. I love that. So it's funny because this seems like such a departure from the X-Men I knew and loved at the time. And now it just seems like so iconic and like legendary. Ooh, that is so cool. What a great shot of Mr. Sinister. I think Mr. Sinister is a Mark Silvestri design, and it's just like one of the coolest designs ever. Like, it captures so much like old school, but creepiness and sort of, I don't know, timelessness in a lot of ways. I love it. I've always loved the aesthetic of like a character floating in a tank of liquid for some reason. It's fun. Anyway, very cool. X Factor 84. Love that issue. Great Jae Lee art. X-cutioner Sun crossover. Definitely a sign of the times. 1992. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you more later.